Hello friends, this is Aman Mittal from Team Praan and I welcome you all in this second video of this web development series presented by us to you so you can learn web development with ease and in the comfort of your home. So if you haven't watched the first video which is about the web development introduction, I would recommend you to watch that video first. That will help you in understanding what is web development and what is the importance of the web development, and then come to this video at later. And in this video we will talk about HTML. We will talk about the introduction of the HTML, what is the importance of HTML, what are basic tags of HTML and how HTML works, and how you should start to get started with the HTML. So without wasting any further time, let's get to the HTML. So what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is a markup language. And what is meant by markup language? Markup language means it is used for presentation of text. HTML is a language which is just used for the text presentation. It is not used as a programming language. We will discuss about it, and it is just a markup language. It's used for presentation of text in the web pages. All the web pages, all the text a web page contain is with the help of the HTML. So with HTML you can create your own website. I'm not saying that with only HTML you can create your own fully furnished website, but without HTML you can't even make it. So HTML can help you in making websites. And further talking about it, HTML elements are building blocks of HTML pages. HTML pages are made up of HTML elements, which contains data, text, images, etc. in them, and which help in building the whole web page or the whole HTML page. HTML elements are represented by text. The elements which contain data or the images are known as tags. So HTML pages have HTML elements which contain some information, and the elements of the HTML are known as tags, and where there are basically different types of tags. There are several tags in HTML. We will talk to them in this video as well in the further videos. There are endless list of tags, so we will talk about them. Moving on, it's a very important point. It is not a programming language, it's just a markup language. HTML is not a programming language and it's a markup language. As I just told you that HTML is a markup language. It is used for presentation of text. It's not a programming language because it doesn't support like conditional statements like if you do this else you do that. HTML don't support this. HTML is just a markup language. It just support presentation of text. Various languages like C, Java, etc. they are programming language because they support conditional statements, but HTML doesn't do so, and so it's just a programming language. Next point, it is not a case sensitive language. So you write either HTML in uppercase or lowercase. That means you write HTML in capital letters or small letters. It doesn't mean annual. It works the same. You can write the HTML in lower case or the uppercase. It's just treated the same. So it's not a case sensitive language. So it was just about the introduction of HTML and what do you need to get started with the HTML. As I told you, HTML is a simple language. We talked about HTML a bit in the introduction part. So if you have watched it, you must be knowing about something about HTML. What you need to get started with HTML, you just basically need a text editor. A text editor can be Notepad or Sublime Text. We will use in this video Notepad because many of you are just beginners, and Notepad is not bad. It's just a simple text editor and it works fine. But for the later part, when you will know everything about web development and want to develop on yourself, you will be using Sublime Text or any other high-level efficient web editors or text editors because they are quite easy than Notepad. So you just need a text editor, and at the second point, you need a web browser. you just need any other web browser like Chrome or Internet Explorer or Mozilla Firefox or Safari or anyone do you like. So that was just about HTML. I will talk about more about HTML, and I will teach you more about HTML while we code, because there is no point in just describing how HTML, but if we work we will get to know better. So let's begin. To begin with, let me show you something that you must not know, how important is HTML. So I'm gonna start with our website, which is praan.epz.com. If you right click on this website and go to view page source, the page source option is for all the websites. But if I talk about our website Praan, so you will see that this is the source code of our website, and this is just a simple source code which is making this website. So in this source code we have used HTML, we have used JavaScript and etc., and some other languages as well. But my point is to show you how important it is HTML. With that just a 100-line code, not 100 line even, because and you can see that in just 100 lines you can create your own website. So that I want to show you just the importance of the HTML. So how important is it? And by the end of this tutorial and by the end of this whole series, you will be able to make your own website without having any issues. So let's begin with I'm gonna use now Notepad as I told you. So this is Notepad++ I'm using here. So for HTML, let's talk about the tags. A tag is an element of an HTML. It's just simple. A tag is anything which is written between the angle brackets, the left angle bracket and the right angle bracket. For example, HTML, it's a tag. It's an HTML itself is an HTML tag. So etc. We can talk about head is an HTML tag. Anything which is written and is so head, I just told you. Body is an HTML tag. There are multiple different HTML tags like image. We'll talk about them in this video and in other videos as well. But for this video, I just wanted to know you that a tag is just a symbol which is written between the both angle brackets. So head is just a tag. So get started with it. For the HTML, the first line of code is just basically you write doc type HTML, which shows that you are this file is a document type HTML file. It's not necessary to write this, but it shows that when you run this file on the browser, this line will show the browser, will tell the browser that it is a document type file of HTML. So moving on, then we write HTML. It's a most important tag with it shows that this is an HTML file. Then we can write head. It's another tag which shows that this is the header part of your web page. And moreover, I will request you to implement what I am doing on the screen on your system as well, because it will help you in understanding more efficiently. So in the head tag you can write the title of your web page. We will give it a name as our first web page, and make sure that you close the title. To close any tag, to open any tag, you can just use the angle brackets as I show you, like head, and for closing it you need to put a slash before writing the tag. So this is head open and this is head close. So you need to close down the tags. There are some tags which doesn't need to be closed, we will talk them about in later, but like HTML head, title, these are closing tags, in which this is the starting tag and this is the ending tag, starting with the slash. So this is the header part of the HTML file. We will close the head as well. So this is just a basic web page. Let me close down the HTML as well. So it's just a simple website I just made. It doesn't contain any information, but it does contain a title which is known as the first web page. So let me now save it and teach you how it can be run on the web browser. So for saving it, you just go to save and choose the location you want it to save in. I'm gonna save it in my web development series, file name as first page. The extension of this HTML files are html.html or .htm, so you can write them .html. It will tell the browser that it's a HTML file, and as you see that, as you just I made a mistake of title. As I just saved that file, some of the color of the text just changed, which shows that the notepad just recognized that it is a HTML file, and it will help you in further in making this, because like this, I'm going to show you. If I write image, it will show you the recommendations. I just write IM and it just showed me some of the recommendations that these are the matching tags you can use. So I just save this tag, and in the web browser I can use them. I can use it as like you need to open this HTML file in the web browser. For this you need to just press Ctrl O to open, Ctrl so, and I made first page. You can see here first page, and if I open it, there's nothing in this web page. As I told you, as we made it, there is nothing in the web page. There is just a title, the first web page, and you can see there is a title. This is the first web page. Let me close it down. This is the title. This is the first web page. It shows that there is a title on this, but there is nothing else. So let me give this web page something else. Behind the heading section, head part, there is a body part. Body. And in the body, what you write in the body, it will be the visible part of your web page. Whatever you write in the body is used by the web browser to display on the web browser. So let me write something. To write, we can use a paragraph. Paragraph is used by p tag, just p, and you can close p by p, just like that. And again, I will recommend you to implement this with me so you get a better understanding. In this paragraph we can write it is a web page. It is a web page. Okay. Then we will save it as Ctrl S, and if we go to our web page and put a refresh on it, it will show you that it is a web page, that you just put the thing in the body. You can see it. It is a paragraph I just made on the body, so, and it is reflected on our web page. So it's just a simple web page I just made with a couple of lines of code, just a 14 lines, and it is just a web page on my system which shows a title and a paragraph as well which says it's a web page. So moving on, we'll talk about some another tags. Let me talk about the heading tag. there is a tag heading which is can be written as h1. There are 6 headings basically, h1 to h6, and they are used for they are of different sizes. h1 is the most big size and the h6 is the most smaller size. So let me write something in h1 itself. Let me close it down. So it's heading. So this is a heading h1. Let me save it, Control S, and then if we go to a web page and refresh it, it shows it's a heading. So we just moving in, and we just made a heading and a web page. So as I told you, there are 6 headings. Let me talk about all of them. This is the h1 we just talk about, and just like that, there are multiple headings. Let me give it a name s2. Let me close s2, s3. Let me close s3, h4. Let me close h4, and then h5. Let me close h5, and then h6, and then I close h6, and this is an extra one, so I just gonna delete it. So Control S to save this, and if you go back to a web page and refresh, you will see that this is the headings. So as I told you that h1 is the largest heading and h2 is little smaller than the h1, and in this way they are decreasing, and the last one is the h6. So this is the heading tag in the HTML. So in this video we just talk about some of the basic tags of the HTML. We talked about HTML, the main tag, head tag, which is the header part of the any web page. We talked about title tag, which shows the title of our web page. We talked about paragraph tag, which can use to write any paragraph, and we talked about number of headings. There are different heading tags from h1 to h6, and then we closed on the body itself. This whole is the body part. This is the visible part of the web page. This is the visible part of the web page, and we close on the HTML itself at last. So I hope you get to know something about HTML. This was just the introduction part of the HTML. In further videos we will talk about some of the another tags, some of the more useful tags like image tag and linking tags, like which can provide links to your web pages through which you can travel another web pages. We will talk about them in later part of the videos, and for this video I think you get to know something about HTML and how it works something. So if you liked it, and if you hated it, just let me know. If you can if you want me to know that I can improve a thing. So this was about the HTML. Thank you very much. I hope you understand a bit, and another time I'm saying, let you try yourself this out and you will get a better understanding. So that's just it for this video. We will in the next video we'll talk about another more text. So thank you.